My name is Erin Klaus. This is Jamie Kyser. We are the owners of Tangled Up in Hue and Glue Boxer Arts. When we were first asked to consider presenting here, we were asked to present on our new business that just opened July 2017, Glue Boxer Arts in downtown Eau Claire. However, we're really just one kind of business with two sister stores, so we can't absolutely talk about Glue Boxer Arts without considering kind of our journey to get there, and that was Tangled Up in Hue. So I'll just kind of start talking a little bit about what it is we do, our journey along the way, and how we got to expanding to open a second business. So Tangled Up in Hue have any of you been there, shopped there? Cool, that's great. So we've been in business just under 10 years now, so it's really great to hear that people finally know our name and recognize it, whether they've been there or not. So we opened back in February of 2009. We're an art collective. We support anywhere from 150 to 200 different local artists at any given time. We have multiple opportunities for artists. We do annual contracts where they can sell their wares, handmade items all year round. We do featured artists where we do an art reception on our 25-foot wall where we have live music, a meet and greet, and then their artwork hangs for 2 months. So you're able to look at it in gallery style as well as purchase. And then we do have quarterly and seasonal collections for artists too. So smaller scale fine art gallery displays that will run for 3 months and change out. And then seasonal too. So if you make winter items, then we'd have that for a quarter or two to kind of test out your product too and see if you're in the market really to be producing and selling in a retail setting. One thing that a lot of people may not realize is Tangled Up in Hue actually we design, produce, and sell stuff that we make as well in the store. So it probably makes up about 40% of the items that we currently sell. It ranges jewelry, art prints, accessories, and then we have our own apparel line as well. Let's go forward here. So Tangled Up in Hue, along with the retail shop, we also have a full service screen printing business. That came about 5 years into our business. We actually had a friend who wanted to get out of the business and asked us if we wanted to buy his equipment, so we said, why not? It sat in our basement for 2 years untouched until finally we were like, okay, we got to do something with this or get rid of it. Every year, Jamie and I kind of pick a goal to set for ourselves. In the beginning it was like stay open and make money, and then maybe get an employee the next year, which we did. And so they've grown as we've expanded. And so the screen printing operation, getting that up and running was a huge goal of ours because we did want to start mass producing our items ourselves to be able to brand our line and then get our products into other shops. So we got that up and running. First was just for ourselves for the apparel line, and then now we do full service for businesses, student groups, organizations, things like that. We were warned that once we started screen printing, if anyone found out, we would soon turn into a full service screen printing shop, and that's exactly what we did. But really the screen printing, I feel like, was kind of our foot in the door to actually establish our business and grow it to the point where we are now and expand. So our next slide up here, we also carry our products in other shops around the state and in Minnesota as well, maybe anywhere from 15 to 20 shops. And currently we are working mostly on consignment basis. So just like artists come into our shop, we do that. It was great. We got our product out there, we started selling a lot, but it created a huge inventory problem for us because now we have all of this inventory all over that we don't have access to, and it's just money sitting there. So our goal for this year is to establish a wholesale website, which we're very close to finishing up. We actually we've had about 5 to 7 wholesale accounts already this year started. So just another way of kind of moving forward in this whole push for business to kind of keep our money, coming in at hand and our products out the door. So that's kind of where we are with this. I should tell you, we just moved last April to a new retail space on Barstow Street. It's 4,000 square feet, 2,000 retail and 2,000 studio space for the screen printing. And that opportunity came up a little unexpectedly in the sense that we were kind of bursting at the seams at our old location and knew that if we wanted to expand the screen printing operation, we needed more space. So we jumped on it, moved in, and then realized we still had a lease in our old space for a year and a half, and what are we going to do with this space? So this is where the starting...
We continued to operate our screen printing out of that space for a little while before we got everything moved over. So we were still kind of using it. But.
Right. But it forced us to have the conversation, okay, what are we doing here? Are we just going to use the space for rent? Are we going to just kind of try to buy out our lease, or should we start another business? And with the entrepreneur spirit we decided to do that. And I'll get to that just quickly. I just wanted to touch on two other things that we do. As entrepreneurs, you probably know we get the question a lot, oh, this is so fun, you must love working here, you get to sit and make stuff all day. And I would so love to sit down and make stuff. I used to, but I don't anymore. And so you're just kind of spread thin and always looking for new avenues. So we created, about 7 years ago, the Artist Market of Eau Claire. I don't know if you guys have been there, but it runs alongside the Phoenix Park Farmers Market. Basically, it's only open to local artists. You have to live within a 60-mile radius of Eau Claire. And it's a really just great opportunity for new artists to see if their product is worthwhile, test it out, as well as just networking with people in your community and getting art out to the public. One other thing we've decided to do recently at Tangled is we feel so blessed by all the support we've been given from artists and just patrons to the store that we wanted to start giving back to Eau Claire in a way that was meaningful to us. So we started what's called the Just Give campaign. It's a quarterly fundraising effort where we partner with a business, charity, or organization. We come up with an original limited edition t-shirt that we create and sell during that quarter, and then the proceeds go to that group, charity, organization's cause. So we've worked with groups like Planned Parenthood, the League of Conservation Voters for Clean Water, NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness, and others. So that's just a new thing that we decided to work with the community. So back to what I was saying about Blue Boxer. So Jamie and I got all excited about this new space. Our goal for last year was legitimize what we're doing, because we're working really hard and we work with really amazing people, but we need to be able to convey that message through the space we have. Our old space was an old pizza shop with low ceilings and dark lighting, and we felt if we wanted to really establish ourselves in the art community as a gallery and gift shop, we needed a better space to accommodate it. So the new space, like I said, is larger, high ceilings, allows for more artists, and it really does help us brand our identity to what our artists represent and what we feel we represent. So the old space, are we going to keep paying for it? What are we going to do? It literally took 15 minutes on a drive home from signing our lease to the new space and said, I got it. Jamie's like, I know what we should do. We should open a new business. I was like, yes, that's the idea. I don't know why I didn't think of this before. So when Jamie and I first met, we were makers. We wanted to get our studios out of our homes to open a business. We were traveling, going to art shows, and really our love and passion at that time was jewelry, beading, things like that. So we knew we could at least sustain our little business by continuing to travel. So we have beads. We have beads upon beads upon beads. And we never had room in the old store to actually retail them. And we felt like that was just a lot of, again, wasted opportunity in that we have inventory sitting around that people want, but we don't have a way to sell it. So we'd always talked about opening a bead shop. So here's our opportunity, let's open the bead shop. Well, the other part of this is just down the block from us, Yellow Dog Knitting. I don't know if any of you remember that shop or heard of it. She had closed maybe 3 or 4 years ago, but her website was still up. And so we, on a daily basis, had people coming in the space asking where the yarn shop is. And we'd have to tell them, we don't have one, it closed. The only places in town are Joann and Michael's. Well, these people traveled to come here. They wanted high quality art yarn. And so we knew there was a demand for a niche shop like this in downtown Eau Claire, especially because people were already stopping in our store asking about it. Jamie has a love of fiber and fabric, and so we decided to combine the two and open Blue Boxer Arts. So we're actually right now the only locally owned yarn supply shop. Again, we carry high quality art yarns made by local vendors. So some of our vendors are people that raise their own sheep and alpaca, shear them, spin the yarn, make the wool roving, and the raw products that they give to us. So that's a really unique part of the business that you can't find anywhere else in Eau Claire right now. In addition to just the retail supplies, we also host demonstrations and classes out of the store. This was another thing that when we had Tangled, people kept asking, do you do classes? Do you teach classes? And we always wanted to. We didn't have the space, and we honestly felt at that time we didn't have the time for it. But we knew that this is an avenue that we wanted to move towards, especially because it's knowledge out and money in without inventory going out. So it's obviously a way to sustain a business. So we finally put our heads together and made it work. So we offer classes across the board. We have our general beginning knitting and beginning crochet classes. We have a knit club once a week where people can come in, no cost, share ideas, network with each other, and just enjoy the space. And then we have a variety of other classes, fiber classes and craft classes. We're kind of expanding into just a different realm of art stuff. So we're doing learn to draw henna class. And all of these have been pretty successful, and there's definitely an interest in this town for that. I have to say, moving into this business together, it hasn't been, as much as I sound like it's super fun and we're doing all the things, it's exhausting. And Jamie and I went into business together as partners, always having each other's back, being able to fill in. We were our only employees when we first started. We now have 10 employees. We have 4 full-time staff members, which is a point of pride for us to be able to support actually some of the people who helped us get there in the first place. But now Jamie's running Blue Boxer and I'm running Tangled, and it's like we are starting from square one, starting a new business. And so we're we always joke, I think our number one most commonly said phrase is, to our employees is, I know you think I'm crazy, but, I mean, I must just say this.
We're always going back and forth and changing it
15 times a day, but that's how it feels. And so, as much as we think we're moving in the right direction, we're trying very hard to also make sure that we're making money. We're able to sustain what we're doing, and then we're not going crazy on top of it. But I have to say, this last year, it's been rewarding and amazing, but it's been an immense challenge as far as just being able to continue operating how we had. So
at this point in our lives, too, we're in our 30s now, we have families. When we started, we were young and didn't have any other obligations, and now
we have no energy to do anything. No, I'm just kidding. So anyway, and then this last slide is just kind of our contact information. And so we're always looking for new artists or working with new people to teach classes or do new events. Nick's here from P10 event in Altoona. I don't know if you guys have heard about the River Prairie Plaza party on May 12th, but we were asked to help with their artist market, and that's